Today we are going to see about the partnership firms. Partnership firm is one of the business organization in the business world. To overcome the difficulties and limitations of sole proprietorship, partnership came into existence. Before go to the topic, first we should know what is partnership. Partnership means two or more persons join together and do the business and share the profit or loss. That is Partnership Act. Then partnership form. Then Indian Partnership Act 1932. According to that, minimum 2 number, maximum 50 members. So minimum 2 members. This 1932 Act defines partnership. The relationship between persons who have agreed to share the profit or loss of the business carried by all or any of them acting for one. That means the person in the partnership, the name of the person in the partnership, one person means that is a partner. Number of the persons collectively called in the partnership means firm. So the two or more persons, they join together, they agreed to share the profit of the business. Then the business is carried by all or any of them acting for all. They share the two or more persons, they agree, then share the profit and do the business. Then carried by all or any of them acting for all. That means any one of the partner may do all the functions of the organization. Otherwise, all the partners may do the functions or activities of the partnership firm. This is about the partnership firm. Then I told agreed. Agreed means it may be that agreement may be oral or written. Oral means in future there may be conflicts among the partners. So to avoid these conflicts, the agreement must be in written. So written means that is document. So the name of the document that is called partnership deed. So in the partnership deed, it is a document which contains all the information about the partnership firms. That is the name of the partner, address of the partner, then what is the amount they have invested to the business firms, their remuneration, their interest on capital, interest on drawings, their salary, then accounts, maintenance of accounts, then retirement of the partner, at the time how we have to value the assets or liabilities, then joining admission of the partner, then all information regarding the partnership firm is written in the document. That document is called partnership deed. Now we have to see the provisions. Sometimes the deed is silent. Silent means some provisions are given by the Indian Partnership Act. That is, first one, interest on capital, then interest on drawings, then interest on loan, then remuneration and salary. Then fifth one, sharing of profit or loss. Silent, what are the provisions for these items which is given by the Partnership Act, we are going to see. First, interest on capital. If the deed is silent means the Act says there is no interest on capital. Then interest on drawings also, if any partner take the amount from the capital means For that amount, there is no interest if the deed is silent. In the deed itself, there is information, some percentage is fixed for drawings or capital mean we have to give. Otherwise, if the deed is silent mean there is no interest on capital, no interest on drawings. Interest on loan, whether deed says or not, and the act says or not, that is interest on loan is fixed, that is 6%. So we have to, any partner give the loan to the firm mean that firm has to give 6% interest on that loan. Then fourth one, remuneration on salary. If the amount of the salary or remuneration which is given in the deed mean the firm has to give. Otherwise, for any partner there is no remuneration, no salary. Sharing of profit or loss. The percentage is mentioned in the deed. If there is no percentage in the deed mentioned mean we have the partners, they have to share the profit or loss in the equal ratio. This is about the provisions. Now we have to see about the final accounts of partnership firm. Final accounts mean already we know in the final accounts itself, that is a trading and profit and loss account and balance sheet. Here two more accounts they have to prepare, that is manufacturing account. If they are doing manufacturing activity, they have to prepare manufacturing account also. Then trading and profit and loss account. Then one more account, that is profit and loss appropriation account. Then last one, as usual, balance sheet. So trading and profit and loss account we know very well. Then profit and loss appropriation account mean the adjustments regarding interest on capital, interest on drawings, then salary. These adjustments are made in the profit and loss appropriation account. Then after that we get the balance for the capital for the each and every partner. Then that capital account, that capital balance shall be transferred to balance sheet. Then while preparing these final accounts, there are two differences between sole proprietorship and partnership firm. Because sole proprietors also prepare the same thing, trading and profit and loss account and balance sheet. But the partnership firm prepare P&L appropriation account mean for what mean? In sole proprietorship, we get net profit or net loss from the trading and profit and loss account. That net profit is transferred directly to sole proprietor's capital account. But here, that net profit transferred to profit and loss appropriation account. Then after that, we get balance. That balance is shared among the partners in the profit sharing ratio. Then after that, that capital balances are transferred to balance sheet. Then that is the first difference. First difference is in sole proprietorship, the net profit is directly transferred to balance sheet. That is to capital account of sole proprietor and transferred to balance sheet. But in partnership, the net profit is transferred to P&L appropriation account. Then after that we get the balance for the partners. Then after that, that balance is taken to balance sheet. Then second, the capital account is shown in the balance sheet individually in the name of the sole proprietor. That is only one capital account. But in the balance sheet, in sole proprietorship final accounts, capital. That's all. But in the partnership firm, the final accounts, that is balance sheet, in the balance sheet, the capital account, that is from the profit and loss appropriation, we get some balances for the capital of each and every partner. That capital balance is transferred to balance sheet in the name of the each and every partner capital account. That's all. That is there are two differences. In sole proprietor, net profit transfer directly to capital account. Then but in partnership firm, the net profit is transferred to P&L appropriation account. Then second point, the capital account is shown in the sole proprietorship balance sheet, just capital account. But in partnership firm, the all partners names name capital account is shown in the balance sheet. That is, there are two differences. That's all. Now we have to go to the capital accounts. That is methods of capital account. That is, there are two methods. That is fixed capital and fluctuating capital method. So under fixed capital method, what are all the accounts we have to prepare? Under fluctuating capital, what are all the accounts we have to prepare? Now we have to see 4 points regarding the difference between fixed capital and fluctuating capital. In the fixed capital, under fixed capital, only two accounts are open. That is capital account and current account. Then under fluctuating capital, only one account, that is capital account. Then second point, changes of capital. In the under fixed capital, there is no change in the capital, but under fluctuating capital, according to the information, the capital is changing. Then third one, adjustments regarding interest on capital, interest on drawings, salary, these all are made in the current account under fixed capital method. But adjustments regarding interest on capital, interest on drawings, salary, all are made under fluctuating capital method in the capital account itself. This is the third point. Then fourth point, capital account under fixed capital method always shows credit balance. Then current account shows either debit balance or credit balance. But here under fluctuating capital method, the capital account shows either credit balance or debit balance. These are all the difference between the fixed capital method and fluctuating capital method. Again, I remind the points. Under fixed capital method, two accounts are open. That is capital account and current account. Under fluctuating capital, only one account is open, that is capital account only. Then second, there is no change in the capital amount. But here under fluctuating capital, always the capital is changed because of the adjustment. Third one, the adjustments regarding interest on capital, interest on drawings, then salary, these all are made in the current account under fixed capital method. But all these adjustments are made in the capital account itself under fluctuating capital method. Then fourth one, always capital account shows the credit balance. But here the capital account shows either credit balance or debit balance. That's all. Before go to the sum, first we have to see the format of fixed capital and fluctuating capital. So fixed capital method, first we have to open partners capital account. So in the partners capital account, first we have to write by balance brought up. That is the capital amount of partner we have to write here. Capital amount. Okay. Then if there is any additional capital need, we have to write here for additional capital. Then any permanent drawing. Permanent drawings mean sometimes the partner, whether A or B, take the amount from the capital one time mean that amount has to be entered here, that is drawing account. Then after that we have to prepare the balance, that is to balance carried out. If we tally both sides, we get balance. Then again we have to take here by balance brought down. So always the capital account shows the credit balance under fixed capital method. Then one more account we have to prepare, that is current account. The current account also by balance brought down A and B. Then by salary, then by interest on capital. Here two drawings, then two interest on drawings. Then we have to balance both the sides. Then we get the balance here. Sometimes we get the balance here, otherwise sometimes get the balance here. So already I told in the current account it can be either that current account shows either debit balance or credit balance. So credit balance means we get here balance. So this is about the current account. So regarding adjustment, salary, interest on capital, then commission, these all things are adjusted in the current account. This is about the fixed capital method. But in fluctuating capital method, only one account is opened, that is partner's capital account. So here itself the same thing, partner's capital, only one account under fluctuating capital. So under fluctuating, as usual, opening balance, then any additional capital, then by interest on capital, then already I forget, that is a share of profit. Here itself I forget, so that is share of profit also we have to enter in the credit side, then by salary or remuneration. Then here two interest on drawings, then two drawings. Then as usual we have to balance both the sides. Tally both the sides means we get the balance here. To balance drawdown. Here under fluctuating capital method, already I told partner's capital account under fluctuating capital method either shows credit balance or debit balance. With this the format is over. Now we have to see about the sum. This is a sum for model for preparing fixed capital method and fluctuating capital method. What are the information given? First we have to see. That is capital in the beginning for S and K. They are partners. S 1 lakh and K 80,000. Current account, that is credit balance here itself given 5,000, 3,000. Additional capital introduced 10,000, 20,000. Drawing during. For what purpose I say mean? Already I told in the capital account, fixed capital method. Permanent drawing mean we have to take for the under fixed capital method capital account. But drawing during the year means we have to take it for current account only. Then interest on drawings, share of profit, then interest on capital, salary, commission here given. First under fixed capital method, we have to prepare two accounts. So first partners capital account. date, particulars, yes, thing. First, by balance, drawdown for the opening capital. Opening capital given, that is 1 lakh and 80,000. That is yes, K. Then we have to see whether any additional capital, otherwise any permanent drawings. There is no permanent drawing. Additional capital only given. For additional capital, we have to write by bank account. So, by bank account, 10,000, 20,000. So, we have to tally both the sides. We get 1 lakh, 10,000, then here 1 lakh. With this amount, we have to tally. Here 1st January for the opening capital. Here 31st March for closing the account. Here 2 balance carried out, that is 1 lakh 10,000. Then for pay 1 lakh. So tally means 1 lakh 10,000, 1 lakh. Particulars, then yes, K. The same thing, date, particulars, yes and K. So for the current account, the opening balance is given here itself, that is credit balance. So we have to write on the credit side by balance drawdown. For yes, 5,000, then 3,000. Then regarding the adjustments, we have to do in the current account. Already I told. So what are the adjustments? First, drawings. So drawings we have to write here. 2 drawings. So 20,000. Then next, interest on drawings. Only interest on drawings, that is 500. Then next, share of profit by P&L appropriation account. Any information given regarding profit or loss in the sum mean, that is share of profit, that is we have to enter on the credit side. Then share of loss means we have to write on the debit side. That is name of the account means profit and loss appropriation account. For the share of profit or loss. So P&L appropriation for the profit 10,000 and 8,000. Then next, interest on capital. Interest on capital 6,300, then 5,900. Then salary. By salary, for S only given 9,000, no salary for K. Then commission for S, no commission. For K only 1,200. So these are all the information given in the sum. Then we enter. Now we have to tally both the sides. We get balance carried out. That is for each partner we get the balance. With this we have to complete the current account also. The same capital account we have to prepare under fluctuating capital method. How mean? In the capital account itself, the same thing will be come for the capital account under fluctuating capital method. With this, we have to enter these items here and these items here under fluctuating method, fluctuating capital method. Only one account we have to prepare, that is partners capital account. Under fluctuating capital method, only one account is prepared, that is a partners capital account. In the partners capital account, the same method is followed, that is the same by balance product, by bank. Then after that we have to write the all the information on the credit side we have to write here. Then whatever the items in the debit side we have to write here. After that only we have to balance both the sides. That is a tally both the sides. Then we get the balance. This is under fluctuating capital method. I think you understand fluctuating capital method also with my explanation. Then you do the sums. If you have any doubt, ask me. That's all. Good luck. Thank you, students.